Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Sloka number 25. Shri Bhagavan Avyaktoyamachintyoyam Avikaryoyamuchyate Tasmadevam Viditvainam Nanushochitumarhasi. In this Sankhya Yoga, second chapter, Lord Shri Krishna giving the highest teaching of the Vedanta or the Paramardhika Satyam, the fact about the truth about the truth. While talking these shlokas to Arjuna, Bhagavan mentioned that Atma is eternal and it is the only truth and it is all pervading. It is beyond the sensual perception and it is not a doer or not a enjoyer. Like this, he has given a 7 Swarupa Lakshanas of the Atma. After given that, in the 23rd and 24th shlokas, so such a Atma, which is Ekam Nityam Saram Satyam, no one never can be destroyed. No one, nowhere, at any time can be destroyed. So, particularly, Lord wants to mention whatever is the effect of the Pancha Mahabhutas, the fire, the earth, and the water, the fire, and so air. Any of these Pancha Mahabhutas cannot affect. So, by any instrument, Atma cannot be killed. By any fire, Atma cannot be burnt. By air, it cannot be dried up. By the water, it cannot be made wet. That means what? Unaffected Atma. The same thought again, Lord repeated in the 24th shloka also. Then there he concluded again by saying, reminding those essential qualities of the Atma. Again he mentions Nityam Sarvagataha like that. And now in this 25th shloka also, in the last class we have just started this shloka. Bhagavan putting all those characteristics of the Atma, the essential nature of the Atma, in 3 words. That is one, Avyaktaha Ayam Atma. Ayam means that. That Atma which I have spoken to you so far, Arjuna, it is Avyaktam. And Avyakta means what? Cannot be seen by the any sensual perception. It is not visible as a object. It is not available for the any sensual perceptions. Avyaktaha sarva karana avishayatvat. imperceptible. It's already said the same thing. Now here, why the Lord is again repeating the same thing, almost same thing? A question may come. For that, what is the answer? Yes, there is no, the question person asks, is it not a punarukti dosham? Eh, Repeating, telling the same thing again. So it is a repetition, it is like a mistake. No, no, no. In Vedanta, in the teaching of this truth, the repetition is always required. Many Shastras, Upanishads, everywhere this Abhyasa, it is called otherwise, repetition. So it is not a Punarukti dosham, but it is actually advantage. Unless otherwise it is repeated many times, the people who are all so much engrossed in the worldly life and with ignorance, for them it is very difficult to comprehend, understand. So that is why repetition. So there is no any. It is not a subject for any sensual, any sense organs. So avyaktaha. And then it is ayam achintyaha. Achintyaha means even it is not anindriya gocharatvat. That means it is imperceptible and it is inconceivable. You cannot conceive with the mind the Brahman Atma is like this. Can you conceive the what is current? But only when it expressed through bulb or the fan, only you can conceive it as this is the electricity. So it is not a visible to the eyes, and you cannot conceive and create any concept about it. So it is inconceivable and imperceptible. So avyaktam. That means there is no any simile. Atma is like this. Atma is like this. For every object in the world, we will tell some simile, upamanam. Like that, for this Atma, there is nothing to compare and say. And then the third point, Lord says, I am this Atma, avikaryaha. It doesn't do anything because it doesn't have any instruments of action or the senses. But what we think, if the instruments of the knowledge, the sense organs, if there only we are intelligent. But Atma, Brahman, he is the cause for this intelligence also. Because his Swarup, that Swarupam of the Atma itself is the nature of Jnanam. So, avikaryaha means there is no any kind of modification, so it is unchangeable. No vikara, because it doesn't do any karyam. Avikriyatvat niravaya avayavatvat, because it doesn't have any instrument and so it won't do any action, but it just exists and support all the actions to happen in this world by all the sense organs, by all the organs of action and everything. So it is like this. If the vikaram should be there, means their modification will be there. But Atma Nirvikaraha, we told, it is like this. If the milk is made into curds, after that the milk won't be available in the same form. So the milk has become got modification. Like that, Brahman, Atma will have any kind of such modifications, being it is the supporter of everything. That is the beauty. Atma is Vivarta Karanam, without any modification in it, but it is the causeless cause, unmodified cause. But in the world, anything, if any Karanam is the any cause is the cause for the effect. That cause, when it comes into effect, the cause will modify. But in the Atma's case, it is not there. So, like this, by saying three more comprehensive words, Lord, then say Tasmat. So, this Atma is like that. In that case, in therefore, Tasmat, by knowing this Viditva, Tasmat evam Viditva, enam evam, in this manner, the meaning, in this manner, knowing about the Atma, then na arhasi anushochitim. You are not supposed to grieve. You are not supposed to grieve for anybody, anything in this world. No, anybody, no need to grieve for anybody. So, why you are grieving now? To understand this, the nature of the Atma. So, Anushochitum means because of this ignorance and the delusion and this foolishness, you need not to have all kinds of these negative things. So, Bhagavan in this shloka actually concluded even a conclusion to the previous few shlokas, the characteristics of the Atma explanation. And in the previous sloka, one word already I have explained, but still just I remind you that Sanatanaha. Sanatanaha means eternal. In this world, according to our tradition, according to Vedas, there are two things are eternal. Two things are only eternal. What are they? One is the dharmam and another is the brahmam. Dharmam is related to the phenomenal world and Brahman is related, belongs to the absolute reality. Dharmam is related to the relative reality. That dharma won't never change. That's why our tradition, Hindu, Sanatana Dharma here, the people who are following here, the tradition is called Sanatana Dharma, undestructible, uncompromisable, unchangeable, the Dharma. One or two examples. Dharma means not that what we do, the simple one action, good action and bad action alone. The law of dharma, that means the law of nature. That means the law of karma is depend on the law of nature, and the law of nature is called the law of dharma. For example, whether you like it or not, the sunrise will happen. Whether you like it or not, monsoons will come, isn't it? So they just happen according to their law. No one can never change them. Any signs, anybody, anytime, anywhere, these are the dharmas. All natural phenomena, whatever is happening, they are happening in a very meticulous way in a systematic way. Now, suppose if we come to little one step down to the humans level, speaking the truth is the dharma. This dharma, speaking the truth, is always for everybody in every place. It is the common uh, principle, so it won't change. So these are called dharmas. So those dharmas are eternal, and the through practicing which dharmas, by following which dharmas, you are able to know the Brahman, the absolute reality, okay, by following the relative rules or the dharma. That is the important thing. So, in our whole Shastra, many things are spoken, but remember, everything, if you condense them, only two things. One is dharmam, another is brahmam. So everything comes under these two headings only. Okay. Now let us go to the 26th shloka. Adha chainam nitya jatam nityam va manyase mrutam tathapi tvam mahabaho naivam shochitumarhasi. Now Lord Krishna, after talking about the highest absolute reality, he saw Arjuna's face. I think he didn't understand fully, maybe. So, Lord, coming to the little down and explaining the next three shlokas, 26 to 28, to the materialistic standpoint. What is the need to explain again the materialistic standpoint? Because if a person who is listening to the above shlokas, the highest truth of the Atma, if he is a Madhyama Adhikari or Adhama Adhikari, okay? Adhikari means he is not fit to receive the knowledge immediately. So, like that, the receivers, the Adhikaris, the qualified students are three different levels always. One is called Uttam Adhikari. In the first teaching itself, he is able to comprehend and grasp. Second one is it takes some time, and third one it takes more and more time. So in this way, three types of adhikaris will be there. That's why. Suppose a Arjuna, even though if you don't understand about the Atma and Atma is eternal, there is no death or birth to the Atma. Let us come down little bit to the body level. Body level. Even that also, if you consider like that also, if you take, suppose the Atma is Anityam, Atma also will have the birth and death. Even if you think in that way, but still you should not grieve. Even though if you take this aspect, but still you should not grieve. You should not grieve, you should not grieve. Lord is going to tell almost coming, already said once, now second time, 25th he said, 26th, another three more times he's going to tell naivam shochidu marihasi. By whatever means, you are not, you have no right to become a miserable person. There is no any logic or the cause for your grief. So let us see in this angle. So Lord is coming one step down. That means our Shastras never make like a dictum that if you don't accept this, you will go to the hell, like other religions. Think in this way also, think in that way also. Use your brain, use your logic, and by any means, you try to stop becoming miserable and stop grieving. This is Lord wants to say again and again. He uses the same word. So let us see the meaning of the words now. Atha, atha means even though, however, or atha now. Okay, let us see in this way. That means from the sublime to the Lord is coming down step by step to the ridicule. What to do? Somehow we have to make the listener to understand the truth. Atha cha, however, suppose manyase enam nityajatam. If you consider this Atma which has spoken to you, it is constantly having it also birth. Naturally, nityam mrutam va, or and constantly dying. So it has got birth and death. If you take in that way also, tathapi, even though, in that case also, it Atma anityam and it also have got the birth and death also. Tvam arhasi na shochitim. Hey Mahabhaho, a long-armed hero Arjuna, evam shochitum tvam na arhasi. In this way, you are not supposed to grieve. You should not grieve. Even though if the Atma is anityam and Atma has got the birth and death also. How come? Then Lord just given here clue in this shloka, then elaborates in the next verse one principle. 27th shloka. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्ये परिहार्येऽर्धे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. See again, third time. Natvam shochitum. You are not supposed to, should not grieve. Even though Atma is anityam, it undergoes birth and death because because this is the law. You are seeing this, you know this. What he, because mrutyuhu dhruvaha jatasya, whatever has got a date of birth, certainly it will have a date of death also. If there is a manufacturing date, definitely everything has got a date of expiry also. Is it not correct? Anything. So, mrutyuhu dhruvam, the death is certain for every, for one who, whichever is born. And and the birth is certain, janma dhruvam, mrutasya cha, both sides. Whichever born will have the death. Whichever has got the death will born again. Therefore, I will explain this little more. Just I am completing the word to word meaning. Therefore, Tvam arhasi na shochitum. You are not supposed to grieve. Therefore, you should not grieve because it is law. This is what I said just now, dharma. No one can change. But here, If one person dies, it is nothing happening. He is going to be there in another form, in another body. Okay? If you take the body or Atma, it is there. Another body will come. So birth and death are the both dvandvas. It goes one after another, one after another. And you can't do anything to stop this. That's why Bhagavan says one word important here. Tvam shochitum na arhasi. You are not, you are not deserved to grieve. You know why I am telling like this? You are grieving. If whichever is got birth and will have death, whichever has got death will have the birth, it is inevitable. Apariharhe arthe, over this inevitable fact, on this law, inevitable, that is more important. I am going to elaborate that. Apariharhe arthe, whichever is inevitable, no one can do anything to it. Then, on that inevitable thing, why you are grieving? Why you are grieving? Are you not seeing everything in this world? And now you look in three angles. One is by your pratyaksha pramana, your direct experience. That means you see many old people or young people or anybody in your family or in your neighbor's family, in your relative's family. People, many are dying. And also, you may not see the people are dying around you or near to you, but you can guess anumana pramanam by inference. Somewhere also somebody died. No, 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 sir, I never saw anybody dying around me since last 20 years. You cannot say. If you open the paper and you go to the obituary column, there are so many details will be there. Overall, people passed away yesterday, this week, and all. So, you, by Anumana Pramana also you can know it. Anumana Pramana means what? You have not seen, suppose, your grandfather, grandmother's death. But definitely they were there before. Otherwise, how come your father, mother came? Or you may not seen even your father, mother's death, but you didn't remember, you didn't see. They have gone. When you are very small, young itself, maybe parent. So you have not seen. But you can guess, yeah, by seeing the photo or by your some other elder brother or somebody said, these are our father, mother. We are born to them. So you know that, oh, they have gone, dead. Or use the Shruti Pramanam. Shastra says, so Pratyaksha Pramanam or Anumana Pramanam or Shruti Pramanam, you use anything, Arjuna, see, this is the law. Jatasya yadruvo mrutyuhu dhruvam janma mrutasya ja. Whatever comes, whatever has come, it has to go. There is no any exception in it. This is the law of this phenomenal world. Very important. Now, what is birth and death actually? Hmm? Birth is nothing but a change. Death is nothing but a change. The change is happening constantly in this world everywhere, whether it is visible or invisible. Everything need not to be visible. Invisibly, lot of changes keep on happening. The name for the prapancha jagat itself which is under constant flux, is called Jagat. Jayati Gachati. That Jayati Gachati, according to our experience of person came born, he lived for 70 years or 80 years. But if you observe very closely, sincerely, according to the science also, medical science, every second, the birth and death is happening continuously. Birth and death, that means what? Change. Change is the nature of this phenomenal world. You are grieving for that without recognizing what is unchangeable principle Atma. But can you do anything for it? Okay, forget about the Atma. Even this Jivatma, or this body, this you consider as the Atma dead. But nothing, it is going to born again. It is going to express somewhere in somebody as a somebody. In that case also you need not to grieve. Now the important word in this shloka is apariharhe ardhe. That means which we have no control, which we cannot do anything. That means on which we don't have any choice. Actually, our life is a choiceless existence. We think that we have a lot of choice, but if you closely analyze and see, we have no. Very little on a small petty things we have the choice. I will give you some examples, but the word is very important, which is choiceless. The choiceless situation, the choiceless, it is inevitable. That's it. Then what is the remedy for this inevitable situations and the happenings? How to face them? Accept the truth as it is. Surrender to them. Surrendering and accepting totally. That is the only remedy. Even God's grace or the Guru's grace cannot change your destiny. It is a very important lesson we have to learn from this word. One another debate people will ask, can we change our destiny? Destiny means the prarabdha karma which is already started and happening, going, that we cannot change. But people try to change the destiny. You can change the destiny, and you can come to know that you have no any destiny and you have no any destination also, because you are complete in yourself. You are Purnam in yourself. You have no any deficit in you. Come to know that. That is the only remedy. Otherwise, until you get that higher recognition and acceptance, here you surrender to the nature or the phenomena or the God's will or wish or the prarabdha, all are one and the same. You just totally accept them as they are. You know what is the meaning of misery actually? Here Bhagavan emphasizing, stop crying Arjuna, stop crying Arjuna, don't grieve Arjuna. Natvam shochitum arhasi. From any standpoint, from any angle you see also, where is the room for grieving? Why you are not able to think properly? Now, what is the misery, grief? Dukkham is that where or when we are not ready to accept the fact. Re- Reacting and rejecting to accept the fact is called misery. That's all. Now you just coolly think and analyze. Whenever I become so miserable because of something, you can't do anything for it, but you have to go through it, you have to accept it, and then accept cheerfully, accept wholeheartedly, boldly. Rather than doing that, why you are grieving unnecessarily, worrying about it? You know very well that I can't do anything, I'm helpless. So, reacting and rejecting the fact, not able to face that emotion, situation is called misery. So, try to understand this. Whatever God given or whatever is there, whichever is actually expected and anticipated by me, but another person is not expecting and anticipating that. Okay, one person asking something in favor. I will give you an example to understand this. Once there was a father who is a farmer. He has got two daughters, and he has given those daughters in marriage to one daughter to a again farmer, and one daughter to a pot maker. This father become little old and is very good person. He is a pious and dharmic person and all that. And the children, both daughters, have got so much respect and reverence on him. One day, this father went to the farmer, farmer son-in-law, to the daughter's house, and the daughter is so happy. And there was a heavy rains started, and their paddy all there in the paddy field. If these rains are continue like this, the entire paddy will get destroyed. So the daughter asked the pious father, "My dear father, you are so pious. You have a lot of belief in God. Please pray for these rain should not aggravate further and should not destroy our paddy. Otherwise, we'll be in a very great trouble." Then he said, "Okay." Then after 2 3 days, he went to the another daughter's house, and that daughter also honored, revered, and asked the father, "Father, now please pray. The rain should not come at all. Okay, rains should not." Sorry, first daughter asked, "Let the rains, good rains come." Sorry, but good rains come, and so our paddy fields are all will be very rich. We'll get lot of money. Let the rains come. And this daughter asking, Father, we have just now made a lot of mud pots, and if the rains comes, these mud pots are all will get destroyed. We will lose our business. So if the more hot sun is there, these parts will get dry quickly, and then we can make them put the fire and make them dry and sell. So please pray the rain should not come. Now what this poor father can do? One person is asking for the rains, and another person is not asking for the rains. Then that father silently sit in a corner and pray to the Lord. "Oh Lord, you do what you wish. You do what you wish. See, otherwise, this continuously change. One which is liked by one person, another it is not liked by other person. So this is what life is. So tasmad apariharherde, which you cannot find any pariharam remedy for it, inevitable. Just to accept it. Why you grieve so much? Then Lord continues to say that, you know why I am telling like this? This jatasya dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. In fact, you see, this law you understand. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktanidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Here, Lord changed the word little bit. Instead of natvam shochitumarhasi, he using a new word but with the same meaning. What is there to grieve about it? Tatra, here, in this matter, ka paridevana, what is there? What use is there in grieving this, over these people, over them? Tatra ka paridevana. That means Arjuna is going to has to do the war, no, fight the war. Now, what Lord telling is here, I will finish the word to word meaning, then I will give some again special points to this shloka also. See here, avyaktadini bhutani. These creatures, all these people, bhutani means here the living beings. Before some time back, they were not there. Before their date of birth, they were not there. Avyaktadani, unmanifested. But now, Madhyani Vyakta Bharata, hey Bharata, you are a uh, good, sharp minded, intelligent personal in a boy. Listen, these bhutas, these creatures, all these your relatives, family, these are all people. They were not there before, avyaktam. They were in a unmanifested form, avyaktam, not known, not seen, not available. But they are now seen, available, madhya, vyaktam. They are now manifested, they are appeared, Bharata. Then, after some time, avyakta nidhaneva, avyakta. And after that, they will again become, they will disappear. They will become avyaktam. Vyaktam, avyakta means unmanifested form, hidden form otherwise. Vyakta means manifested form. So, they were already there, but in a unmanifested form. Even if you take them in a jiva bhava also, individual soul like that also, even though they were unmanifested form, they were invisible, not available form, but they available now visible form. Then again after some time they will disappear, become unavailable and invisible. Even though you kill them or not, so for some other reason they will die. For some other reason, according to their prarabdha, their destiny, they will also again become unmanifest. If this is the case here, which are not there before, which are not going to be there afterwards, in between some time alone they are appearing. On this appearance and disappearance and appearance and disappearance. As I told in the previous sloka, whichever become unmanifest and disappear, they appear again. So, what is the need of grieving? But our question is, they disappear, but they won't appear again in the same place with the same costume in front of you. They They will appear somewhere with some other costume. Why like that? That is because of their karma. This is the law, secret, the law of karma. This no one can say about thing. Why it is like that? Don't ask some on some things like this, why and how. There is no answer. Why and how? You just accept it. Shastra says law of karma is there, prarabdha is there, and they have to punya papas are there, so they will be born again. Some other place. Why not here? You cannot ask. You cannot compel. We have no that right or capacity because that is the law of karma. It is a very big internet like. So this is what the nature of the world. Then on this, by seeing this, you is it right for you to grieve? Think of it. Now, on this particular aspect, we will ponder and see some more points. What one by one. First thing is no one can create. No one can create even a milligram of matter in this world. Even the Lord God cannot add one more milligram, etc. extra. Or no one can destroy or remove even a milligram of matter here because in one angle, this birth and death, in one angle, whichever you call as a birth, is in another angle, it is a death. Another angle, it is a death. So, how one side, whichever you say, it is a uh, destruction. In another angle, it is a construction. How when you destroy the idli sambar rice by eating into your mouth and send them into stomach, you have destroyed them. You know what is happening? There is a construction in your body cells. So you destroy means what? Combustion. What is happening inside according to science? I will mix the some scientific medical points also. Combustion, burnt. So destroyed. Idli, sambar, rice are destroyed and disappeared, but construction has taken place. Your cells, your body is growing. Then tell me what is destruction, what is construction? Destruction and construction is continuously happening. I told you already. How? In our body. In what way? Metabolism and catabolism. That is what I said. Medical science also says in every second there are millions and thousands, millions of cells are dying and new cells are coming into birth, taking birth. So in this way, there is a constant metabolism, catabolism. So this destruction is the cause for that construction, and that construction is cause for this destruction. This is the second point. So in both angle, one angle it is birth, one angle it is called death. Then actually I told that change is the from one form to another form is called death. That's all. Change is always good only, no? Change is always good. You change your dress, you will feel good. You change your car, you will feel good. You change your house, you feel good. So, like that, this Jiva, if, who is residing in this, is traveling, if you say, and he's changing his dress like a body. Already we told, okay, Vasamsi Jirnani. yatha vihaya. So in this way, uh, so change from one form to another form is called birth and death. Or still to say, today's birth is yesterday's death, and today's, if somebody, today's death is going to be tomorrow's birth again. So in this way, the birth and death, the constant phenomena is keep on going on, going on, going on. Okay. Form change only. What example we can see? See, water is a liquid form, and then same water you create some condition of the freezer, it gets solidified and becomes like ice cube. And after that, uh, from that ice cubes also, when you take them out because of the outer heat, the starts gets evaporate. Some gets evaporate. That is also form of the water only. After the vapor spreaded in the atmosphere, you cannot see it. So because you cannot see it, because you are seeing in the vapor form, because you are seeing in the uh, solid form, ice cube, do you say that water is different, ice is different, and the vapor is different? No, only change in the form. Change. As the water goes, this vapored water goes and goes, disappear, and it may gather somewhere, may absorb into the clouds, and the clouds will travel somewhere, and there again the water form comes. Just same way, this Sukshma Sariram, or whichever we call as the Jiva, it travels. It travels in and takes the another form. So as you can't see the vapor, you can't see the Sukshma Shariram. Yes? So, but we have to understand, accept by this example. Because it is not visible, I am not able to see, you cannot say it is not there. If it is not there, where from the water has come? All the evaporated water only went up and formed as the clouds, and because the wind they traveled. This wind is called karma. Because of the karma, and a wind pushes this subtle body, and he goes and selects and takes the another costume somewhere. But somewhere he is there. You need not worry. But your worry is, I am not able to communicate. Yes, you cannot communicate. But understand this fact. Okay. Then, uh, so conversion from unmanifest form to manifest form is called janma. Conversion from unmanifest form to manifest form is called janma. Conversion from the manifest form to unmanifest form is called death. That is what Lord tried to explain here. I think you got the point. So, in this way, you need not grieve for any of these things. While writing to Bhashyam, Shankara quotes a sloka from the Mahabharata, exactly where you get the same one word of this ka paridevana in Mahabharata, Stri Parvam. Adarshānāda patitāha पुनश्च अदर्शनं गतः न असौ तव न तस्य त्वं वृथा का परिदेवना. Same meaning. Adarshanam, unmanifest before. Then again they patitaha, again they came here. Patitaha means they've fallen, I mean become manifest. And punascha, after some time, adarshanam, become, they disappear. Therefore, na asau tava, they are not belong to you, or na tasyatvam, you are not belong to them. That means temporarily we say relations and all that. So no one need to grieve for anybody in this world. That means not very hard hearted and statist like. No, we help, we take care, we feel concerned, but keeping this knowledge inside, don't grieve. Whenever required, that particular situation, whoever is in difficulty, you help them, console them. That is humanity. So gnanam is inside you must have. You should not grieve, but you must do service. You must work. You must help. So असौ तव न तस्य त्वं वृथा का परिदेवन वृथा का परिदेवन. Is it not waste unnecessarily grieving for the inevitable, uncontrollable, unmanageable, unchangeable things? See, in the nature, so many things, they are not under our control. Whatever the science has developed and all that, they are able to detect and forecast about the climate and rains and the cyclone. But still, what disaster going to happen because of that, nobody knows exactly. Many times, uh, all this cloud burst, can scientists do anything? Or about the earthquake? So far, science doesn't invent any gadget through which they can detect next week earthquake is going to come. No, maximum after the earthquake comes, they can record it. This many the what we say, hmm, magnitude. That much only they can say. So it's these are so many like that uncontrollable phenomena is happening. Then you have to just accept. Maximum to get the strength to accept, you can pray to that higher power, God. You can use the God here in this way. So, oh Lord, give me the strength. Actually, God won't do anything from there. God gives the strength manifest from your heart in the form of the strength. And then you will feel, yes, I am now much relieved. I am able to manage. Actually, that came from within you, not from the outside. But we keep something outside as support. Good, better to have. At least you will be as a astika. You won't become a terrible monster. You have some kind of, acceptance. God is there, higher power. So bhakti also will help in such a way. So see, Arjuna, whether you see in that way or in this way, any angle, you are not supposed to grieve. Then Lord says, after telling in this 26, 27, 27 slokas, uh, even if you see from the body standpoint, even if you see from the Jivatma standpoint, nothing, everything is again where from it has come, it goes there. Now, about the death, we may get doubt. Sir, you are talking about the subtle body, Sukshma Sariram travels Jiva. Then what is this physical body? Physical body is, all of us will know, we'll burn it, we'll dig and put in the earth. Then where it gone? Where it from manifested? The Pancha Mahabhutas, Annat Bhavanti Bhutani, and go back to again Annam. Annena Jatani, Anne Jivanti, Anne Pravishanti. Taitra Upanishad says, they born out of the matter. Anna means matter. Pancha Mahabhutas. Again, they disappear and dissolve into it. So whenever there is requirement, again the combination body takes place. So Finally, Lord, after telling this, in next another two shlokas, Lord is going to tell the not two shlokas, only one shloka. This understanding this highest principle of Atma, which I have spoken to you few slokas before, the seven the characteristics of the asana, nitya, satya, sara, eka, vastu. Okay, sarvagataha, aprameyaha, akarta, abhokta. That understanding and grasping that is very difficult. That's why I'm telling you, at least understand in this way, little bit one step lower. Later on, you will understand. But stop crying. See, the purpose of our life here is to express and manifest the joy from us. The only smiling, laughing being is the human being. If you are not having that smile and laughter on our face, then we are not the human beings. So, expression of the joy. Lord's glory is in a full manifested form, is in the not Deva Sariram, Manushya Sariram. Because Manushya Sariram alone is suitable for attaining, knowing the Brahman, not any other body. So, understand the value of this human birth. And so, I told you, Arjuna, even so, stop crying. Never justify your misery. Refuse to become miserable. Take these words as the sadhana, avratam of our day to day life. Then we are understanding what Lord conveying through this Bhagavad Gita. It is not to the Arjuna, every uh, grieving, suffering, sorrowful, deluded, fearful human being. So the rarity of this knowledge uh, is there. That's why I told Madhyama, Uttama, Adhama Adhikaris. So Lord highlighting that in the next shloka 29 and 30 also, Atma transcends the mind and speech, my dear, like that. What is those shlokas? And that we'll see in the next class. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्